As deployments of applications evolve from traditional hosting on servers, such as on Amazon EC2 instances, to microservice-driven architecture, like with containers or serverless functions, or oftentimes a mix of both, the security requirements for those applications have evolved as well. As business processes become increasingly reliant on software, developers and security teams need to ensure synchronous security and availability of more code in less time than ever before. Now, we may consider open source software a boon in cutting down the appreciable amount of code to manage, but features and services enabled by that open source code are not always secure by default, which can create unintended behavior in the applications that leverage it. In a report published by developer-focused security company Snyk, approximately 80% of open source bugs are introduced indirectly, and there's been a 2.5 times increase in that bug presence since 2017. Managing open source dependencies from third-party libraries, outsourced development, and commercial apps can facilitate promotion of more secure applications, and introducing developer-native tooling accelerates that process most effectively. Even in more secure open source code bases, organizations are responsible for maintenance and management of licenses. Keeping rights to licenses up to date ensures compliant usage of open source code in all the intellectual property where it's been incorporated. Bringing holistic identification of areas for improvement as close to developer tooling as possible creates and closes an efficient cycle between SecOps teams and developers. With Trend Micro's Open Source Security and Visibility Modernization Workshop, strengthen your open source dependencies using Cloud One Open Source Security by Snyk, an integration-based service that links to both existing and future source code repositories, monitoring trends across the entire organization's open source landscape. The tool automatically finds, prioritizes, and reports on bugs, both direct and indirect, as well as alerts you to existing license issues, project to project. Secure digital property with detailed remediation workflows provided by the matching Snyk knowledge base to maintain confident ownership of your open source environment for safe deployment via services like AWS Fargate, Lambda, Elastic Kubernetes Service, and more. This workshop is designed to be explored at your own pace, with minimal prerequisites and self-guided procedures to get you testing the architecture as soon as possible. So, take advantage of this AWS and Trend Micro Modernization Workshop, and others like it, to enable and develop continuous cloud security that both moves and evolves at the speed of business.